What if happiness isn't something you find, but something you build? We're all on a quest for it, aren't we? We chase after the bigger salary, the perfect relationship, the next big success, thinking that, then, we'll finally be happy. But those moments, as thrilling as they are, often feel like quick bursts of sunlight on a cloudy day. Bright, but fleeting. So, what if we've been looking in all the wrong places? What if science could give us a blueprint, a user manual for our own brains to create lasting well-being? Can we actually hack our own happiness? Let's start inside your head. Imagine a little chemical factory in your brain, working around the clock. This factory produces 4 key ingredients for happiness. First, there's dopamine, the anticipation molecule. It's that rush you get when you about to achieve a goal or check an item off your to-do list. It's not the reward itself, but the chase that dopamine loves. Next up is serotonin, the calm satisfaction chemical. It's that quiet feeling of contentment, of knowing you're significant and respected. It's the opposite of dopamine's hype. It's the quiet confidence that everything is okay. Then we have oxytocin, the bonding molecule. This is the warm, fuzzy feeling you get from a hug, a deep conversation with a friend, or even just patting your dog. It's the chemical of trust and connection, reminding us we're part of a tribe. Finally, there are endorphins, your body's natural painkillers. They're responsible for the runner's high, that feeling of euphoria that masks discomfort and pushes you to keep going. They're a response to stress or pain, a reward for resilience. Together, these 4 chemicals create the complex symphony of our moods. So, if our brains are wired for these happy chemicals, why doesn't happiness last? Why does the joy of a new car or a big promotion seem to fade so quickly? This brings us to a concept psychologists call the hedonic treadmill. Think of it like this. You're running on a treadmill, chasing a feeling. You finally get that thing you wanted, and for a moment, you feel amazing. But your brain is incredibly adaptive. It recalibrates. That new, exciting level of joy becomes your new normal. And just like that, you're back to where you started, looking for the next thing to give you that hit. We get used to happiness, and that's why we keep chasing more. But there's a way to slow the treadmill down. Practices like gratitude and consciously seeking out new, novel experiences can keep things feeling fresh and prevent your brain from taking the good stuff for granted. This reveals a profound truth. Happiness isn't just about what happens to you, but where you choose to focus your attention. Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman talks about our 2 selves. There's the experiencing self, which lives in the present moment, feeling the sun on your skin or the taste of your coffee. And then there's the remembering self, which is the storyteller, weaving a narrative about your life. Here's the twist. We don't actually live our lives. We live the story our brain writes about it. This is why 2 people can have the exact same experience, but one remembers it as wonderful and the other as miserable. By practicing mindfulness, we can train our attention, teaching our brains to notice the small, positive details and anchor ourselves more firmly in the present moment, creating a better story. Have you ever been so lost in an activity that time just seems to disappear? Maybe you were painting, playing an instrument, or deep in a coding project. That state is called flow, a concept introduced by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Flow is the sweet spot between boredom and anxiety, where a task is challenging enough to hold your full attention, but not so difficult that it becomes overwhelming. When you're in flow, your brain is flooded with a natural cycle of dopamine, not from an external reward, but from the act of creation and problem-solving itself. It's proof that happiness often isn't found in passive relaxation. It's found in meaningful, engaging challenges. Beyond our own minds, the most powerful predictor of long-term well-being is our connection to others. The Harvard study of adult development, one of the longest studies on human life ever conducted, has followed people for over 80 years. Its conclusion is crystal clear. Good relationships keep us happier and healthier. It wasn't their wealth, fame, or cholesterol levels at midlife that predicted how they'd fare in old age. It was the quality of their close relationships. Loneliness, the study shows, is a killer. It doesn't just hurt metaphorically. Your brain processes social rejection in the same regions that process physical pain. Genuine human connection, trust, and physical touch trigger oxytocin, strengthening our empathy circuits and making us feel safe and seen. So, how do we put all this science into practice? We can intentionally build habits that rewire our brains for happiness. Here are 5 powerful, evidence-based ones. First, try gratitude journaling. Simply writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day has been shown to boost serotonin and foster optimism. Second, get moving, preferably in the sun. Exercise releases endorphins, and sunlight helps regulate your circadian rhythm, improving your mood and sleep. Third, practice mindfulness or meditation. Even a few minutes a day can shrink the brain's fear center, the amygdala, and increase gray matter in regions associated with self-awareness. Fourth, perform acts of kindness. Buying a coffee for a stranger or giving a genuine compliment activates that oxytocin reward loop, making both you and the other person feel good. And fifth, prioritize deep sleep. It's when your brain cleans house, restoring emotional balance and resetting your dopamine sensitivity for the next day. In our modern world, we're always looking for a shortcut. Can technology hack happiness for us? We see wearable mood trackers, biofeedback devices, and AI-guided therapy apps promising to optimize our mental state. And while these tools can be incredibly supportive, an AI journaling app can be a great non-judgmental outlet, and a meditation app can make the practice more accessible. They are just that, tools. They can support the journey, but they can't walk it for you. You can't outsource joy. True happiness is an inside job. It must be cultivated. And this leads us to a beautiful paradox. The more you directly chase and demand happiness, the more it seems to slip through your fingers. It's like trying to grab a handful of water. Obsessively asking, "Am I happy now?" is a surefire way to feel miserable. Instead, true well-being seems to be a side effect. It arises when you stop chasing it and instead focus on things that matter. Building meaningful relationships, engaging in challenging work, and being present for your own life. Happiness isn't a destination you arrive at. It's the trail you leave behind when you're living a life of purpose. So maybe happiness isn't some grand discovery at the end of a long, hard journey. Maybe it's in the small things, the quiet satisfaction of a job well done, the warmth of a friend's laughter, the awe of a sunset. Maybe happiness is simply the way we choose to walk the path, moment by moment. It's where the science of our brains meets the art of being alive. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the mind. If this sparked something in you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more explorations into how we can live better, more meaningful lives. See you in the next one.